We're less than 48 hours from the great day, Rosh Hashanah, the Yom Adin. And before anything, I turn to you with a personal request. Please click on the link below. Please join our campaign, our special charity campaign this year, which is going to go live the day after Tzom Gedalia, Tuesday and Wednesday of Aseret Simei Tshuva for 36 hours only. Please take part. You all know of our work here in Russia. Operation Open Curtain has been supporting the Jewish community here, the schools, the kohelim, the yeshivas, the cheder, the Rabbenos Batya program in Brooklyn, and many, many more other programs. Tens of thousands of Yidden have been helped with the help of Operation Open Curtain. Now it's our turn to help them to achieve this great goal, so that we can be able to continue servicing the Jewish community. It's been a hard year. We've been very badly hit. Everybody's been badly hit, all the communities, especially the Russian community. And we ask, please, to open your hearts. Please share it with your friends. Whatever you can do, however much help you can give us, for you, for yourself, your friends, your colleagues, share it, please, and help us by clicking on the link below and sharing it with all your friends and people that you know. Like I said, less than 48 hours to the great day, the Yom Adin, Rosh Hashanah, and everybody's thinking about the schusim that we can gather in order to help us through the din of Rosh Hashanah. This year is Shabbos, so therefore the first day of Rosh Hashanah, we're not going to blow the shofar. Amazing thing. We know the Gemara says that any year that we don't blow the shofar, betchila, we don't blow the shofar at the beginning. Chas v'shalom, meriyan lo b'seifa, it's a terrible thing. It can be terrible things at the end of the year, because the shofar is a great schus. What's the great schus? Says the Gemara. The great schus of the shofar is that it's ma'arvei v'sasotin. It confuses the satan. And yet, Chazal came and they said, no, if it comes on Shabbos, don't blow the shofar. Why? One Yid or two Yid, and maybe we'll forget that it's Shabbos and carry the shofar in Rosh Hashanah. So because of that, we lose the great schus of confusing the son ma'arvei v'sasotin. Some of you may know, some of you had the schus to learn in tells like I had, and had the schus to know Rabbi Yankel Kohen, HaKadosh Baruch Hu should send him a refuah shalema. And I once heard from him, when he asked this question, what's going to be with the Iruv HaSatan? We're waiting for the Satan to be confused. What's going to happen? And he said, we know, Yesh Koyach B'yad Chachamim, the Gemara always says, Yesh Koyach B'yad Chachamim, to be Mevad Levatel, Esei Min HaTorah, the Yesh Koyach B'yad Chachamim. This also Yesh Koyach B'yad Chachamim La'arvei HaSatan, as Rabbi Yankel Cohen Shlita says. The Chachamim will take care of the Satan. If they said not to blow shofar, they'll take care of the Satan. The Satan will be confused without the shofar. But I heard a deeper explanation from the great Governor Baron Kotler, Leik Rosh Shiva Zechet Tzadik V'Kodesh Stavrocha, and he said the following: what's the pshat that the Satan gets confused? How does the Satan get confused? The Satan gets confused, say the Heilige Sfarim, because we know that the din lamala doesn't start until we blow the shofar lamata. As they state in the Sfarim, that in the Chazal tell us that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is waiting to start the judgment in Shamayim, he doesn't start until you didn't blow the shofar. So if we know that, we should wait until the last possible minute. It's a very scary thing, the judgment, and we should wait till right before Shkia, and at that time, when it's a little few minutes left, okay, we have no choice, we'll blow the shofar. No, the Yidden come, and Chazal instituted that the shofar should be right after Kriyas HaTorah, the schus of the Akedah, right on the bima where we read the Torah. That's when we're supposed to blow the shofar, and we blow the shofar then, we don't wait. We know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is mamid b'mishpat, Olam is mamid, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is mamid the world b'mishpat, it's His Ratzain, and therefore we take the shofar and we blow it, even though we know that by blowing the shofar we start the din. And the Satan gets confused. The Satan says, wow, how can the Yidden with their own hands begin the judgment? This is a great schus. Comes Shabbos, say Chazal, says Rabban, it comes Shabbos and we're mevatel the shofar. We're mevatel the schus. We have the schus to shut up the Satan. We have a schus to close his mouth. And we don't do it. Why? Because we're worried about another Yid. Wow, what a great schus, says Rabban. That alone confuses the Satan. He knows that we have this schus, we have this power, we have this ammunition, and we don't use it. Why? Because we're worried about our friend who may, by mistake, forget that it's for Shabbos, and he'll take the shofar in order to do the mitzvah, and he'll be chas v'shalom. We don't even want one Yid by mistake to be mechal Shabbos. That's the greatest schus, and that's the greatest ammunition against the Satan. And now we're coming to Rosh Hashanah. It's a time when we're thinking, what kind of schus can we have? There's no greater schus. B'Shral Salanter say, and other tzaddikim, there's no greater schus than the schus hatzibur. Think about not only yourself, all the tefillos of Rosh Hashanah, Zachreinu l'chaim, v'chosveinu, as we know, all the tefillos of Rosh Hashanah are all b'lashon rabbim, because a person has to associate himself with the rabbim. Every person has in his life, in his circle, people who are suffering. Especially this year was not an easy year for us, not an easy year for anybody. And everybody knows somebody who could use help, a good word, moral support, financial support. Everybody knows somebody who can use an extra help now in this difficult time. Rosh Hashanah, the greatest chus that we can do, the greatest ammunition we can do against the Satan, is just as Chazal canceled Kliyas Shrefer because we have to think about another Yid, so too every Yid should take in themselves, take 5 minutes or 10 minutes sometime in Rosh Hashanah to think about who is there in my circle, who is there in my life, maybe somebody who I haven't thought of in the past little while, the past year or 2 years, that I could really help. Somebody's reaching out and I can help him. That would be the greatest chus. Kosh Baruch Hu bench you, your families, and everybody. And at this time I want to thank everybody all around the world. I know there's so many friends who've been with us throughout the years, who help us, who support us to be able to do our important work here in Moscow. And we bless, we bench each and every one of you personally. You and your family should be zeichet aksiva chsima teva. 5781 should be a much better year than 5780. Should be a year of health, a year of nachas, a year of simchas, a year of ksiva v'chasima teva, a year of geula, shlema b'meher of yameinu, ksiva v'chasima teva, a good gebencht year. Thank you.